So you think you're saving money by hiring a guy who's like, hey, I can do your bathroom for $1,500. And these other guys want $3,500. Well, you get what you pay for, and you're not saving money. So you bought all this really nice tile, spent a lot of money on it, and I get this all the time. This guy just asked me, hey, I just paid to have all this work done, and do you see this grout? Why is it coming out? See this grout? Why is it coming out? Oh, why is this grout coming out? Everywhere. Grout coming out, grout coming out, grout coming out, grout coming out. How do I fix it? You don't fix it. You can't fix it. The tile was installed improperly. Tile is a flat, rigid surface, and tile needs a flat, rigid surface. It looks pretty flat, but it obviously isn't rigid. So there could be 1/2 inch plywood under here. There could be floor joists spaced 24 inches apart and not 16 inches apart. Things that an experienced, correctly trained tile guy knows. And you get a lot of these people who stuck some tile in their house or whatever, or worked with somebody once, and now they think they know how to do it all. And you know, make sure to check your contractor, get some references, and make sure that they know what they're doing, and find who trained them. I mean, some of these guys are very knowledgeable. They might have 2 or 3 years experience, and they might know their stuff because they might have been trained by somebody who has 20 and 30 years experience who really knew what they were doing. Some of these guys do it and have done it for 20 and 30 years. Just because somebody's done something for 30 years doesn't mean they're any good at it. There's a lot of people out there who've been in the same profession forever, and they're terrible, and they do a terrible job. And there's a lot of guys and girls who are brand new to the profession, and they're amazing at the profession. They're excited about the profession, and they work 10 times harder than these people who've done it forever and are sick and tired of their job. In this particular case, the tile has movement in it. And the reason it has movement, I pulled back the carpet, it looks like the cement backer board doesn't have any thin set mortar under it. So you're supposed to glue and nail or screw, so double fasten your underlayment. So because they did not glue the underlayment down and glue it down properly, I've seen people, I'm like, did you glue down your underlayment? And they'll take liquid nails and put a squiggly line on the board. That's not glued properly. So you want a full spread with thin set mortar and nail or screw it. And then I've even seen tiles coming up loose where somebody stopped spreading thin set this far from the edge of the board because they didn't want to make a mess. And then they dropped another board, and right where those two boards seam up, there's movement in those two boards. And if a grout line lands right on that seam, there's movement, and then their grout line comes out. Their grout comes out. I busted out, you know, there's like a whole line of tile in a bathroom, and just this one spot, the tile's coming up, and that's what the problem is. So if there's movement in your board, there's movement in your tile, there's no way to fix it. The underlayment's installed improperly, and I see it all the time. And I hate to tell people like, oh yeah, that $6,000 you just spent on your kitchen floor, there's no way for me to fix it. I can put a Band-Aid on it. We can put color match caulk in here, which will flex and stay in there. I don't know how long it's gonna stay and how long it's gonna hold up, but there's tile in Italy that's 1,000 years old and still intact. I see a lot of homes here in Kansas City that are 100 years old. Well, not a lot of them, but I see homes in Kansas City with the original tile in it from 100 years ago. So if tile is done right, it should last next to forever. So don't try to cut corners and save a few bucks and end up really costing yourself a lot of money in the long run because you hired somebody who didn't know what they were doing. So, you know, sometimes spending a little bit more money can save you a lot of money in the long run.